So good morning students. Our today's topic is electromagnetic spectrum. So we know that spectrum means the band of colors obtained on the screen after passing the white light through a prism is called spectrum. And the range of the spectrum is from 4000 angstrom to 8000 angstrom. So what is electromagnetic spectrum? Actually our sun. Okay, so the band of colors which you obtain in the screen, actually that the range is 4000 angstrom to 8000. But actually our sun gives us all types of wavelengths from less than 0.1 angstrom to greater than 10 to the power 11 angstrom. Okay. If you if you draw the band of all these wavelengths, then we will get the electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum means band of all the wavelengths is called electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum consists of gamma rays, X rays. Electromagnetic spectrum consists of gamma rays, X rays, UV rays, infrared, microwave, and radio waves. Okay. So actually we name them according to their property. Suppose the waves which have wavelength from 10 to the power 6 nanometer to 10 to the power 10 nanometer, they show a particular property. So we name them. So gave them a name. Okay, we name them as a microwave. Similarly, the waves which have wavelength from 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 nanometer, they show a particular property, and we gave them another name, that is X-ray. Okay, so your electromagnetic spectrum consists of gamma rays, X rays, ultra UV rays, infrared, microwave, and radio waves. Okay, so we'll and these the property of all these rays are actually they are transverse wave. Now first you have to know what is wave, then we'll discuss about what is transverse wave. So this is the picture of a transverse wave. Okay, so if you throw a small stone in the water, you'll see this kind of wave. Now you can see that the wave is propagating in which direction? The wave is actually going in right side, in x direction. But if you take one particle, this smaller one, you'll see that every particle is vibrating perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of wave. So that means you can see this particle is going up and down. It is not going forward, but this particle is doing to and fro motion, or this particle is going up and down. Okay, so motion of the particle is up and down, and the wave is propagating in which direction? The wave is actually going in this direction, and this particle is going in up and down. Particle is going up and down. Okay, so this type of wave is called transverse wave. Here the particle is vibrating vibrating perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of. This is the direction of wave, and all the particles are doing to and fro motion perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. So these all rays are electromagnetic rays, and these electromagnetic rays are perpendicular. Electromagnetic rays are transverse in nature. That means they show this kind of property, transverse property. Transverse means the motion of the particles are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. Now, so this is suppose this is a water wave. So in the water wave, this particle is doing to and fro motion or vibrating up and down. But in case of electromagnetic waves means they have both electric field and magnetic field. Okay, so if your so this is the picture of an electromagnetic wave. So you can see that the wave is going in z direction. Okay, wave is propagating in z direction. So the red line is actually the electric field. Electric field is the vibrating perpendicular to the direction of the wave, and this blue line is magnetic field. The magnetic field is vibrating. Magnetic field is also vibrating perpendicular to the direction of the wave. Okay, so here this wave is going in z direction, but this electric field is vibrating in which direction? Positive y direction. Okay, and the magnetic field is going vibrating in x direction. Okay, sorry, the actually the wave is going in x direction. The electric field, this electric field is vibrating in which direction? Y direction, and this magnetic field is vibrating in z direction. Okay, so electromagnetic field means the electric field in the normal transverse wave, the particle vibrates, but in electromagnetic field, the electric field and the magnetic field vibrates perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. So that's why they are called electromagnetic waves. Now, and the properties of an electromagnetic wave is they all travel with the speed of light. So of the speed of gamma rays is 3 into speed of gamma ray x-ray. The speed of gamma ray is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. X-ray is also same. Ultra UV rays is also same. Visible light is also same. Infrared is also same. Microwave is same. So their speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now, what you have to remember here, from here you have to remember the range of the each rays. Okay, so gamma rays, the wavelength of gamma rays are less than 0.1 angstrom. The wavelengths of gamma rays are less than 0.1 angstrom. Okay, the after gamma rays X-ray comes. The wavelengths of X-rays are from 0.1 angstrom to 100 angstrom. Okay, now after X-rays what comes? Ultraviolet or UV rays comes. The range of UV rays are from 100 angstrom to 4000 angstrom. Okay, so it is already given. So it is given in nanometer, 100 to 400 nanometer. Okay, so angstrom means you have to multiply with 10. So range of UV rays is 100 angstrom to 400 angstrom. Now now all the gamma rays, X-ray and UV rays we cannot see that this rays actually. Now after UV rays visible light comes. The visible light means we can see the band of colors here. We can all the lights we see, all the colors we see are comes from this range. Visible light 4000 angstrom to 8000 angstrom. So visible light, range of visible light is from 4000 angstrom to 8000 angstrom. Okay, so after visible light infrared comes. The range of infrared is from 8000 angstrom to 10 to the power 7, 8000 angstrom to 10 to the power 7 angstrom. So infrared range of infrared is 8000 angstrom to 10 to the power 7 angstrom. Okay, so the frequently question comes. Suppose a question is given, one wave has wavelength of 50 angstrom. So find out the rays. So the 50 angstrom means it is between 0.1 angstrom to 100 angstrom. So it is X-ray actually. It is X-ray. So if the question is comes, a wave has wavelength of 1000 angstrom. Okay. So the 1000 angstrom means it is between 8000 angstrom to 10 to the power 7 angstrom. So that means it is infrared. Okay. So after infrared, microwaves. The range of microwaves are from 10 to the power 7 to angstrom to 10 to the power 11 angstrom. Okay, so microwave is between 10 to the power 7 angstrom to 10 to the power 11 angstrom. Now after microwave, all the rays which has wavelength greater than 10 to the power 11 angstrom, they call radio waves. Okay, So you heard the radio wave before because you heard the the name radio wave because they use for radio communication. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now you have to remember one uses of each waves: gamma rays, X-ray, ultra UV rate. One or two uses you have to remember. Okay. So for first gamma rays is the most energetic rays. With uh, gamma rays is the most energetic rays among all the rays because it has the lowest frequency. Frequency of gamma rays is how much? Wavelength of gamma rays is less than 0.1 Armstrong. Okay, so the energy and the wavelength are the inversely proportional. Energy is proportional to 1 by lambda. That means if you decrease the wavelength, energy will increase. So gamma rays has the lowest wavelengths. Okay, so it has the highest amount of energy. Since it has the highest amount of energy, that means it has a highest penetration power. Okay, so you can penetrate anything. So that's why gamma rays are used for treatment of cancer cells. Okay, you can, using the gamma rays, you can kill the cancer cells. Okay, so uses of gamma rays is treatment of cancer and tumors. Okay, now after gamma rays we have X-ray. Okay, so X-ray produce whenever a fast moving electron strikes heavy metal, then X-ray produce. Okay, so you know that X-ray are used for detection of fracture because X-ray can penetrate our mass but it cannot penetrate our bones. Okay, so that's why after, if you pass X-ray to your body, it can easily penetrate your mass, but it cannot penetrate. Since it cannot penetrate your bones, so it will give you the pictures of your bones or fractures, everything. So X-ray are used for detection of fracture, and it is also used for study of atomic crystal. Okay, now after X-rays we have UV radiation. So obviously gamma X-ray has less energy compared to gamma rays. Gamma rays has the highest amount of energy, okay, or highest penetration power. Then comes X-ray, then UV rays. Okay, so this is the decrease in order of energy. Okay, as you go from left to right, the energy decreases. Energy of the waves are decreased. Gamma rays has highest penetration power. X-ray less than gamma ray. UV rays is less than gamma rays and X-rays, and so on. Okay, now UV radiation. Now UV rays are actually, they are chemically very active. Okay, they are chemically very active. So that's why, since they are since they are chemically very active, so they can sterilize anything. Okay, so they use for sterilization purpose or to purify the surgery instruments. Okay, so one question frequently comes that why quartz prism is used to detect the UV radiation, because the normal glass prism actually absorbs UV radiation. Okay, normal glass prism you absorb the UV radiation. That's why you use quartz prism to detect the UV radiations. Okay, so this question frequently come, why quartz prism is used to detect UV radiation, because normal glass prism absorb the UV radiation. Now next is infrared radiation. They are also called heat radiation. Infrareds are also called heat radiation because they are most energetic waves and they produce a strong heating effect. Okay, and obviously they are not visible. So except the visible light, none of these waves are actually visible. Okay, so infrared produce a strong heating effect. Okay, now one thing is you have to remember that a thermopile is actually used to detect the heat radiation. Okay, and And another infrared radiation is obtained by using rock salt prism. Why? Because the same reason the normal glass prism actually absorb infrared radiation. Yeah, normal glass prism absorb ultraviolet as well as infrared radiations. Okay, that's why rock salt prism here, rock salt prism is used to detect the infrared radiation, because in a rock salt prism does not absorb the infrared. Okay, now one beautiful property of infrared is that it does not scatter. Okay, it scattered least. So since the infrared scattered least, so that's why they are used for photography at night and also in the fog. Why? Because they are not much scattered, so they can easily penetrate. Okay, and for the same reason they are used for signals during war. Signaling during war. Why signaling during war? So you know that in the war there are everywhere fog, dust, and they are everywhere. If you use no normal ray or UV ray or visible light, they all can scatter. But infrared lights are scattered least. So that's why that's why during the war they are actually not visible, and they are not absorbed much in the they cannot absorb much in the medium. So that's why they use in the signaling during the war. And for the same reason they use in the remote control. Okay, so suppose your mom is cooking, or like you are during the watching TV, you are turning off your light. Okay, there are light is everywhere. If you use a normal visible light or UV light or another light, then they can scatter. But since the infrared scatter least, so they are used in remote control of television and other gadgets. Okay, now the next two topics are microwaves and radio waves. So you know the one, the microwave are used for cooking. You hear the what before microwave, cooker, and so on. So microwave are used for cooking. They are also used for, sometimes they are also used for satellite communication. In satellite communication, and sometimes for analysis of atomic and molecular structure. Okay, and the last thing is that our radio waves. Okay, so radio waves are those waves which has wavelengths greater than 10 to the power 11 Armstrong. Okay, or 10 to the power 10 nanometer. Okay, they are called radio waves. So you heard the radio word before, because we used to hear songs using the radio. So in the radio waves are used actually for transmission. Okay, the radio waves are used for transmission. So the radio waves actually used in the radar communication or in the radio and television transmission. Okay, so there are different types of transmission actually. So in the mobile you are actually using the satellite communication. Satellite communication means what you are so you are, suppose you are calling someone, so that signal, your audio signal is converted into electromagnetic waves, and that directly going into the space, in the outer, or in the satellite. Then from the satellite your audio signal is in the form of electromagnetic wave is coming to your friend's mobile. So in this way you can communicate. The property of radio waves is actually radio wave never penetrates your atmosphere. So radio wave communication done within the atmosphere. Okay, so this is the property of radio wave. So thank you for today.